Hey, ladies and gents, we are back with some World of Warplanes Classic. This is pre 2.0. This was when, if you hadn't played before 2.0, this is what the game looked like. In fact, if you go back through, I think I have some videos on the YouTube channel in the playlist of the original game. Well, not the original game. I mean, it was really kind of questionable back in the day. But yeah, to get a pretty good idea of what the game looked like back then. To get a lot of humans at that time, you had to play typically the lower tiers. And for example, this one I'm playing I-15, which is a tier 2, and we got mostly 2, 4, 6, 7 actually humans. So half the battle was actually humans. There was a lot of seal clubbing going on back in the day down below tier 3. So if you really wanted a good game to fight against other humans, a lot of times you'd have to pick this up. So now this game was based once again on supremacy points. You can do multi-role fighter destroy plus 15, enemy superiority minus 15%. So every plane that you shot down, it went up 15, down 15. That was the so you killed everybody. A lot of times you didn't have to actually kill everybody. You could be high enough on superiority points, especially when you had like a multi-role or ground GAs. Knocking out ground targets, they could get you up there even though you were behind on planes. However, I still miss this mode to a certain degree. These were fun matches. You didn't get a redo, you didn't get a restart. You jumped in, and I happened to find a file on my in my one of my hard drives that had a bunch of these games recorded. I shouldn't say a bunch. There was probably 10 or 15 of these games recorded. I thought, you know what? Let me throw some of these guys' old videos out, and everybody can kind of see, if you're not familiar with the old original game, what it was like. At tier 2 with a lot of the biplanes and stuff, this was a usually pretty hectic battle. This was the only night map at the time, which was the under tier 3. I think you could see it. Maybe tier 4s, but yeah, this was the only night battle here. And you'll notice, still a fair amount of humans, and it's a lot of action. These games were quick and brutal. You could play it. I have another game coming up just after this one too, and a Falkwolf. These games a lot of times, sometimes didn't even last 5 minutes, maybe even 4 minutes, depending on the initial merge. A lot of the higher tiers. These low tiers were all about the turn and burn, as you can see here. The higher tiers were, however, climb, make the first initial merge. Everybody died or didn't die, and that's what you got here. So, but this game, for the most part, was quite a bit of, turn and burn. Everybody's getting into the fight here. Trying to kill each other, trying to get themselves not from dying. It was always best to try not to lose as much HP as possible, especially as the fight continued. You can notice the map here. You got the red side and the green side. So if you're over the red side, you had a pretty good chance, of course, getting knocked out by AAs. If you stayed on the green side, there was no anti-aircraft. So, like I said, these fights would oftentimes delve into a shit show of twirling masses here. So we are down 238 to 188. Pick up the ace on the plane. Back then, an ace was 5 kills. We are down a little ways here, so we're picking up the Goldfinch next. Let's see what we're going to get out of this deal. This is, like I said, this is one of those really fun. I kind of missed this version right here. I missed the whole death match. You didn't, like I said, you didn't get a respawn. You just went at it, and if you lived, you lived. If you didn't, you just went and picked up another plane and jumped right back into it again here. So, trying to pick up the Goldfinch here, slowly but surely, trying to catch him in here. Can I kill him? Maybe, possibly. Oh, there we go. Pick him up, and we've backed it up 234, 252. So we're starting to gain on them a little bit here. We're going to drop down here and see if we can pick off some more. We have 2 humans left, and there is me and another human left. So this could be an interesting fight, especially against, there's an AO-192, which is always fun. Even back then, that thing was a beast. It's almost as much as the Falco 57 here. However, he's down low and slow, so it ain't going to take much to run through his health with these 4 7.62s. Ooh, just about rammed him. Nope, we're going to spin back over and finish him off here. Like I said, I got one more game here. I was surprised to find them, that they still existed. Yeah, I didn't realize I still had them here. So there's three GAs left, and we are still down 269, 295. Technically, we need to knock out one more here to take the lead here. If unmolested at this point, these three would win the game. Obviously, there was a lot of games that were decided by how much HP you had left to go after these GAs. If you had no HP left and you got relatively close to one of these at the end of the game, even though they look like relatively easy kill, a lot of times you would lose the game, even though you were up on superiority points. Down we go. Pick up the LSHBD. Ooh, finish him off here. Now we've tied it up 301. We've got the Gorovets medal. I don't even remember what the fuck that one was. Like I said, the medals and everything have changed, and this is WoD Classic. This was pre 2.0, back when this was a death match. Normally, you didn't see only in the lower tiers would you see a 15 on 15. With 7 humans and then 8 bots. Usually, that's usually where you got a good fight if you really wanted to play human on human. Was under the tier 6 roughly usually, where you would see most of the humans. Yeah. So pulling on the TSH2. And I would, like I said, I would still like to see bring back the old school, bring back that old style play once in a while. Maybe even make it a mode to be able to play this the way it was originally. So now we're down to 2 of us, 304, 324. They picked it up. I kind of low health. I'm not really in good shape here. Waiting for that GA to get back here. Oh, what a dick. He's trying to shoot me down. Yeah, let's see if we can get up underneath this guy here and see if we can start finish him off. He is still... Nope, he decided he's going to go the opposite direction here. Still have to worry about the... and you'll notice the red circle here, that we actually had a lead indicator. Where to shoot at. Can I make this here without dying? I got 8 hit points left. There we go. Now we're 329, 326. It is 2 humans on 1. So, if he could probably, possibly get here, blow some of this stuff up here. So, it's 329, 327. We're almost times up here. Yeah, 216 hit points left. There is no heals in this game. You had your hit points, that was it. If you lost them, you were dead. There was no runaway, there was no repair. Yeah, it was just a straight up, that's how it was. So the other TSH is headed in for hopefully the kill, or at least knock him down enough that I can make a pass on him. Alright, pull it in hard and fast. Let's see if we can kill him. No, I don't think I got all of him. I'm trying to stay not anywhere close to that rear gunner. You could actually, to some degree, get away with that. So with that said, one more game for you guys to check out. Hey ladies and gents, we are back with the second game in the WoD Classic. We're playing a Tier 6 Focke-Wulf 198.5. I actually went through the counter. There was a couple that were old replays that were copies of each other, so I don't have as many as I thought we did. But yeah, this is the original. Like I said, this was the pre 2.0 game, which was a death match. Here we have a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 on 10, and we have 3 humans on each side. Yeah, so up we go. Now this game at this point was all about altitude. You get as high as you can before your first initial merge with the enemy here, and you didn't want to be the first dickhead that got targeted by the enemy players. So you kind of held back just a little bit here, let everybody start to engage. We also had a free camera angle, so you'll see some shots or different looks or different views as we go through here of what I'm talking about here. This is probably not the best replay that I had for that of this version. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't have as many as I thought I did. So you'll see, like I said, there's a free camera play, better than what we have now for the replay. So back around here on the MiG-3, got the flaps extended. You could still do that by hand, and See if we can pick up the MiG-3 here. We're at 5,500 feet. This Falkwolf could do up to 10,000 feet pretty easily. Well, not pretty easily. It took a while. Like I said, the first initial game usually was the first initial part of it, sometimes up to 2 or 3 minutes of the game, was just climbing to altitudes. Try to get up as high. The tier 10s, 8, 9s, and 10s, a lot of times the fights started at 15,000 feet plus. And then would delve, of course, go down as the fights often do, or if you were good enough, you could keep the fight up, and then these guys, nobody could ever actually get up high enough to deal with you. Alright, so back to the Falkwolf here at the 190 A5. Let's pick up the F4F. Yeah, you don't want to go to head-to-head with that with those 420s. Pick up the Spitfire 1, he's down. And of course the maps are different here. We can see the red and green. The green is the good side, the red are the baddies. So you could a lot of times at the point here, there was an ace right there with 5 kills. You could pull your, you get in trouble, you kind of retreated back to the green side and hope that your AAs on all those ships or ground targets could at least give you a hand here. So, picked up another kill here. We have a 173 to 90 lead on this deal. And this was this one and the other game were relatively long. I remember games where in the first initial merge, you would lose, there would be up to 5 planes knocked out in the first initial pass. It was ridiculous how quick the game could just go that one little time, because everybody would be climbing. As soon as everybody got to altitude and they got together, there would be a pass at each other, and a lot of times it was just simply this is back in the day when you could still one-shot a plane, so yeah, it was a lot of times the game could be just simply over in a matter of a few minutes, because of course being a death match, there was no return to that here. So let's see if we can pick up the BF-109. What are you doing, buddy? Come on. We got his tail all shot to shit, and extend those flaps, get around on him. BF-109 picks it up here. We're back to a 4-3 game, starting a little bit tighter here. There we go. Picked up the BF-109 here. And we got the HS and the JU-87G left to finish off. So yeah, a little bit different. Thought you guys might enjoy to see some old gameplay from back in the day. We're going to run over here and see if we pick up some GA here. It's got most of my health. Yeah, and it is a human player left. This is always the fun part here. I don't remember what we were... I think I was just screwing around here. Picking up these two, because they're giving us a spot here, of course, where the two enemy planes are at. They're both attacking ships right now. We're going to drop down here and pick up the JU-87G, and of course the HS. The HS is the human, so this could be entertaining. He's got some big firepower on that plane. So we're going to dive off here. There we go. Picked up the HS-129B here. We're going to come in and around on his tail. Try as much as we can. However, this thing is, of course, a multi-roll, so they did not have the best turn rate. But I'm going to try to mess up this guy as much as I can. And he can actually, the old style, you could get slow enough, and you can hear the big boom. Yeah, we don't want to get involved in this deal. He could get slow enough and use his flaps to be able to get on my tail like he did here, even though he is a GA. Didn't that suck? So we're going to make a couple turns here, and at one point I'm just going to say, fuck it. I can't get on his tail. I didn't realize at the time that we still had one more human, if I remember right. Yeah, we're just going to kick this into, I love the roar of those, the original sound of it, I guess. I'm going to kick the roar, or kick the boost on here and try to get out of the HS-129B. So he's eventually, at one point, he's just going to stop trying to chase me here, and we're going to have to go. I'm going to be able to get turned around here. He's got 242. See, I've drug him. See, since he's over the green right here, you notice his hit points are slowly being worked down by the AA. Since he's not destroying any of them, it kind of works out here in my favor here. So now he's turned back, and since I'm already here, you know what? Let's just go head-to-head with that monster. Because that gun was not terribly accurate, except for when you were shooting at objects that were still. So he's got it turned around here. I've pulled on past him. I still have him by a little bit of HP here, so we're going to try to get ahead of him. Turn around, we're going to come back right at him. We're gambling here with my life, but that's alright. It was just a video game. Let's see here. Oh, we finished him off. So, thanks for watching, guys. That's a little bit of classic World of Warplanes for you guys.